Good morning all. I Seema Rajput from EX department, SIRT Bhopal. And our subject is control system and subject code is EX405. Now today we will discuss the Routh-Hurwitz stability criteria. So in Routh-Hurwitz, firstly we have to discuss with the stability, and a linear time invariant system is stable if the natural response approaches zero as time approaches infinity, and a linear time invariant system is unstable if the natural response grows without bound as time approaches infinity, and a linear time invariant system is marginally stable if the natural response neither decays nor grows but remains constant or oscillates as time approaches infinity. Then how to determine stable system stability? So let us focus on the natural response definition of stability. So stable systems have closed loop transfer functions with poles only on the left half plane. If the closed loop system poles are on the right half of the S plane and hence have a positive real part, the system is unstable. So there is some stability determined by transfer function poles. So there is some examples of transfer functions. Now, Routh-Hurwitz stability criteria. It is a method for determining continuous system stability. The Routh-Hurwitz criteria states that the number of roots of the characteristics equation with positive real parts is equal to the number of changes in sign of the first column of the Routh array. Now, this method yields stability information without the need to solve for the closed loop system poles. And using this method, we can tell how many closed loop system poles are in the left half plane, in the right half plane, and on the j omega axis. And one important thing is that notice that we say how many, not where. Okay. So in stability, Routh-Hurwitz stability criteria, we have to find the how many poles are lie in the right half, left half, or j omega axis. But we don't find or we can't find where it is situated. Okay. So this method requires two steps: generate a data table called the Routh table and interpret the Routh table to tell how many closed loop system poles are in the left half plane, right half plane, or j omega axis. Now, Routh-Hurwitz stability criteria, the characteristic equation of the nth order continuous system can be write as an s to the power n plus an minus 1 s to the power n minus 1 plus an s plus a naught equal to 0. So this equation starts from from n to 0. Okay. Then the stability criteria is applied using a Routh table, which is defined as. So we have to start with the highest power and end with the lowest power. So we start with the s to the power n, then sn minus 1, then n minus 2, and so on. So here its polynomial is what? Here an minus 2, an minus 2. So its basic thing is that if the characteristic equation is starts from the even number of the polynomial. So we have to start with even number. If that is start with odd number, so we will start with odd number. Okay. So here it is s to the power n. We start with s to the power n. 8 an minus 2, an minus 4. Okay. All these things are positive and even number. And next one is an minus 1, an minus 3, and minus 5. Okay. And b1, b2, b3, we have to calculate this 2 rows. Okay. Now where an minus 1, a naught are coefficient of the characteristic equation, then we have to calculate this as b1 equal to an minus 1, an minus 2 minus an minus 3 upon an minus 1. And b2, we have to find the b2. So b2 equal to what? B2 equal to an minus 1, an minus 4, okay, and an into an minus 5 upon an minus 1. And find C1 equal to B1, an minus j minus an minus 1, B2 upon B1. And find C2, Bn, okay, B1 an minus 5 minus an minus 1 into B3 upon B1. Okay, now generating a Routh-Hurwitz Routh truth table or Routh-Hurwitz table. Okay, so in that table, first label the rows with power of s from the highest power of s and down to lowest power of s in a vertical column. Next, form the first row of the Routh table using the coefficient of the denominator of the closed loop transfer function that is known as characteristic equation. Okay, then start with the coefficient of the highest power and skip every other power of s. Now form the second row with the coefficient of the denominator skipped in the previous step. The table is continued horizontally and vertically until zeros are obtained. For convenience, any row can be multiplied or divided by a positive constant before the next row is computed without changing the values of the rows below, the disturbing the properties of the Routh table. So, Routh stability conditions. If the closed loop transfer function has all poles in the left half of the S-plane, the system is stable. Okay. Thus, a system is stable if there are no sign changes in the first column of the Routh table. Okay. If the system is stable, means that no sign changes in first column. Okay. So, the Routh-Hurwitz criteria declares that the number of roots of the polynomial that are lies in the right half plane is equal to the number of sign changes in the first column. Hence, the system is unstable if the poles lies on the right hand side of the S-plane. Okay. So, here is one example, generating basic Routh table. Okay. So, there is one transfer function and only the first two rows of the array are obtained from the characteristic equation. Okay. So first two rows are obtained from the characteristic equation and remaining are calculated as follows. So there is table and that table is known as Routh table. Okay. And for special cases or configuration in the first column array of the Routh table, so case 1, no element in the first column is 0. Case 2, a 0 in the first column, but some other elements of the row containing the 0 in the first column are non-zero. Okay. And case 3, a 0 in the first column and the other element of the row containing the 0 are also 0. And case 4, as in the third case, but with repeated roots on the J omega axis. And case 1, no element in the first column is 0. So we consider one example, that is second order system. So the characteristic polynomial of a second order system is given below. A2s square plus a1s plus a0. The Routh array is written as s square, s1, s0. Okay. So we have to put here, that is the polynomial a2. Okay. a2, a0 and a1. And there is no element. So we have to put here 0. Okay. So that is 0. And S0 is, S0 row is calculated. Okay. So how it is calculated? So it is calculated by B1 equal to A1 into A0 minus A2 into 0 upon A1. Okay. So what it is? It is minus 1 by A1, A2, A0, A1, 0. Okay. That is calculation process. Nothing else. Equal to kya ho gaya? A0. The requirement for a stable second order system is simply that all the coefficient be positive or all the coefficient be negative. Okay. Now, for third order system, same process we require. Okay. Characteristic polynomial third order system is given below. A cube s cube plus a square, a2s square plus a1s plus a0. That is our characteristic equation. And the Routh array is s cube, s square, s1, s0. So we start with a3 A1, A2, A0, and simplify this route table and find the and solve the overall route table. So for after solving this table, the requirement for the stable third order system is that the coefficient be positive and A2, A1 greater than A0, A3. The condition when A2, A1 equal to A0, A3 result in a marginal stability case recognized as case 3 because there is a 0 in the first column. There is a 0 in a first column and one pair of roots lies on the imaginary axis in the S plane. Okay, so here is one example. And find the stability of the continuous system having the characteristic equation of s cube plus 6s square plus 12s plus 8 equal to 0. Okay, so the route table of the given system is computed and shown in the table below. Okay, shown in the table below. Okay, so table is start with s cube, s square, s1, s0. Okay, s cube coefficient is what? S cube coefficient is 1 and other coefficient is what? S cube means odd. So next term is also odd, so that is 12 and another term is 0. And in second row, what it is? It is 6 and 8, 0. So we have to multiply. Okay, multiply 6 into 12 minus 1 into 8 upon 6. Okay, and in next 6 into 0, that is 0, minus 1 into 0, that is 0 upon 6, so that is 0. And then last row and first column, 64 by 6 into 8 minus 6 into 0 divided by 64 by 6, that is only 8. So since there is no change of the sign in the first column of the route table, it means that all the roots of characteristic equations have negative real parts. Hence the system is stable. Got it? And next one is example 2. Find the stability of the continuous system having the characteristic polynomial of a third order system is given below. So here is s cube plus s square plus 2s plus 24. That is a characteristics polynomial or equation. And the route array is s cube, s square, s1, s0. So we have to put all the values. That is 1, 2, 1 and 24. Okay. Now we have to solve this. Solve another columns. Sorry, another rows. So 1 into 2, that is 2, minus 1 into 24, that is 24. So 2 minus 24 upon 1, that is minus 22. Okay, and another value is 0. So minus 22 into 24, now in minus 1 into 0 upon minus 22, that is 24. So because there are two sign changes. How? There is plus sign, so there is minus, and there is minus sign and there is plus sign. So we have to change because two changes in sign appear in the first column. We find that two roots of the characteristic equation lie in the right hand side of the S plane. Okay, so hence the system is unstable. Okay, so the system is unstable. Okay, and the third example is determine the range of values of a system parameter k for which the system is stable. Okay, so we have a characteristic equation that is s cube plus 3s square plus 3s plus 1 plus k equal to 0. So the route table of the given system is computed and shown is the table below. S cube, s square, s1, s0. Then we have to put 1, 3, 0. 1, 3, 0. Okay. And another one is 3 and 1 plus k or 0. Okay. So we have to solve as it is that we have to solve previous example. So after solving this route table, for system stability, it is necessary that the conditions 8 minus k greater than 8 minus k by 3 greater than 0. So that is only 8 minus k. Okay. And 1 plus k greater than 0. So must be satisfied. Hence the range of values of a system parameter k must be lies between -1 and k. Okay. So that is a range of k. So that is the 3 examples of the route table. Now that is a 4 example. Find the stability of the system shown below using route table. Okay. So there is one transfer function or one block diagram. And with the help of this block diagram, we have to find the characteristic equation. After finding this characteristic equation, we have to put all the coefficient here or coefficient in the route table. And we have to solve with the route criteria method. Okay. And after solving this table, we conclude that okay, two sign changes in the first column. We find that two roots of the characteristic equation lie in the right hand side of the S-plane and the system is unstable. Okay. And equation 5, find the stability of the system shown below using route table. So that is one example. And you have to solve this. And after solving, you find there is also two sign changes in first column. So the system is unstable. Okay, students. So you all have to clear the concept of Routh-Hurwitz stability criteria. So thank you so much to all. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.